Hi everyone, in this tutorial we'll be setting up Visual Studio Code and connecting it to our browser. Since you are watching this video, I'm assuming you already have the Visual Studio Code app installed on your computer. So let's get started. After opening your Visual Studio Code app, you are going to see an interface like this. The first thing we need to do is create a folder. So to do that, we come up here and click on File, then navigate down to Open Folder, then click on Open Folder. Since I want to save my folder inside the document folder, so I'll click on the document folder, then come up here. You see where my cursor is, so I'll click on New Folder to create a new folder. So now the new folder has been created. All I need to do is to rename the new folder. So I'm going to name it Code Bloom. You can name it whatever you want. I'll name it Code Bloom Tooth. So Tooth as in tutorial. Then I'll come down here to click on Select Folder. So okay. So I'm waiting for the folder. Okay, so this is the folder. It has been created. You can see it here. It's listed inside the Explorer. This is the Explorer. So this is for extension, this is for running and debugging, and this is for source control, and this is for search. So but we are dealing with the Explorer for now. So this, you can find it inside the Explorer folder. So you can see like about four options here. When you place your cursor on the first one, it's going to show you new file. To create a new file, you use the first option. To create a new folder, you use the second option. To refresh the things inside the Explorer, you use this third option. To collapse your folders, you use this fourth option. But I want to create a new folder inside this Code Bloom Tooth, so I'll use the second option. So the folder has been created. All I need to do is to give it a name. So I'm going to name it my first project. Okay. So now that we are done with that, I want to create a file inside the folder. This is my first project folder. So to do that, I'm going to right click, and here we have some options. So the first one, new file, and the second one, new folder. I don't want to create a new folder. You can create a new folder if you like, but I want to go straight to create new file. So I'll click on new file. So here the file has been created. So let's name it. So I'm going to name it Code Bloom. Code Bloom. So I'm going to add the extension for the configuration. So .html, I named it codebloom.html. .html is the configuration. So I've converted it to an HTML document. Since we are going to be working on an HTML document, this configuration is very, very important. Attaching this extension is what will determine your document configuration. So we are done with that. So now we are inside our codebloom.html, and this is the coding space. This is where we are going to be inputting all our codes. Now that we are done with this part, we are ready to move on to the next step, which is connecting our browser to our text editor app. So before that, I want to quickly show you something. So this is it. So the first, these two options at the bottom here. So the first one says, you can see where my cursor is. Open in default browser, and the second said open in other browser. These options, you won't see it as a first timer. You need to get some things in place before seeing these two options. They are the ones that help us to preview our work, our codings. So to do that, all you need to do is to come up here, view, you click on view, then navigate down to extension. If you don't want to stress yourself, just come here. This is the extension. Instead of going inside this place to get the extension, you can easily get it here. So click on extension. So here, this is where, make sure you are connected to the internet when you are about to search for this extension in this space, because this space need an internet connectivity so that you can install whatever you intend to install. So here I'm going to type in open in browser. So you see I have some options here: open in browser, open in browser, open in browser, open in the browser. But I'm going to recommend this tech hub for you, this tech hub. So click on it. So here we have disable and install, but for someone who is about to install it for the first time, you are going to see install here instead of uninstalled. Uninstall. I already have it installed on my computer. The reason I am saying this uninstalled, so for you, you are going to see install. Click on it and try to install the extension. So I don't need it. I'm going to close it. You need it anyways. So when you are done installing, you just need to right click to get to this place. Just right click on this space here. So you see open in default browser, then open in other browser. So you can use whatever you like. You can decide to open in default browser, you can decide to open in other browser. So let me click on open in other browser. So these are list of browsers here, but I love using the Google Chrome, so I'm going to click on the Google Chrome. So I'm waiting for it to load. So yeah, we have our Google Chrome here. So I want to minimize this so we can have the two beside each other. So this is it. You can see the Google Chrome here. You can see I placed my cursor. You can see codebloom.html because that is what we named our document. This is codebloom.html. So now what we usually use this browser for is to be able to preview our work, to see how it's going, how nice our job is. So let's try to do some preview work. Let me write, I love coding. Okay, so now let's try to preview it over here. So before you can do that, you need to save your work. You can use the short key, which is Control S, or you come up here, then you click on File, then go down to Save. You click on Save. So after saving it, you come to your browser and click on this Reload to refresh the page. So you see I love coding here. You can also type another thing, do it with CodeBloom. It's fun. So remember, you need to save. Control S. I've tap on Control S. So I'm going to reload it here. So you see I love coding, do it with CodeBloom. It's fun. So whatever you do here, you'll be able to preview it on this on the space. So now that we have been able to connect our browser to our code editor, that is very nice. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. To continue learning, be sure to check out my other videos for Android users using the TrebeEdit app. The processes are the same, so kindly follow up with that. This marks the start of our coding adventure. Bye. I wish you a happy coding.